So NORMI is the National Organization of Remediators and Mold Inspectors, and we first began in 2004 becoming a training provider for the state of Louisiana. That was the first state that had a mold licensing law for remediators. Since then, there are now 5 states that have licensing, and we are a training provider for all 5. So I think one of the most important things about what we do is our mission is to not only train professionals on the mold remediation and assessment side of our industry, because the industry is split. There are assessors and remediators. Assessors are the ones that find out the problem and try to identify what the issues are and create the protocol for doing the work. And then the remediators come in and actually do the work. So that avoids that potential conflict of interest that might be in the industry. So we train both of those professionals, both the assessors and the remediators. That's one side of our mission. The other side of our mission is to educate the public. Oftentimes the public doesn't even know what questions to ask. And so our goal is to inform them on the industry, what to look for, what kind of protocols actually work, what doesn't work. And so we do free seminars and a lot of those kinds of things just to help the public get educated on what this industry is all about and to protect them. So one of the really exciting things that we've been able to do here at the Experience is to influence them toward thinking about the assessment side of this industry. It's almost always been built around restoration and remediation contractors, water events, what do I do in a flood, that sort of thing. So in our efforts to be a little more holistic, we've been able to talk with them about assessment. So yesterday I was able to do a class, a presentation, not a full class, but a presentation on IAQ, indoor air quality, which is the umbrella under which mold fits, but a class on assessing the indoor air quality. How do I do that? And that's so important to assess what you've got because, as I say in class oftentimes, prognosis without diagnosis is malpractice. You've got to know what you've got before you can actually have a solution. So the assessment side of our industry is really important, not just for the assessors, but also for the remediators. One of the things that NORMI has tried to do is to actually begin to set best practices in the industry. We've got some great guidelines. ICRC has written the S500, the S520, but we haven't had the kinds of best practices insured documents that we need to help our members be protected in the work that they do. And so we created the NORMI Professional Practices. And in the NORMI Professional Practices, which is taught in all 5 of those states where we have licensing, one of the things we recommend is on the assessment side, you should take a minimum of 6 samples in every environment. And the interesting thing is that blows a lot of people away because they think, hey, take one inside, one outside, I got everything I need. But the truth is that in any air conditioning coverage area, that mold that might be growing in the kitchen could be blowing out all over the place, taken by the HVAC system, could be showing up everywhere else in the house. And so how do you know that? You know that by taking multiple samples. And so to look for systemic issues throughout the environment, because that's what we're concerned about, is cleaning up everything, all the air that a customer might breathe, then we want to make sure that we're taking care of every part of that environment. So that's why we recommend so many samples.